Hello, friends, good morning. Nice meeting you again on YouTube and on Facebook. Dear friends, I want to request Mr. Devijit Chavan sir to say sorry to the public and join his hands and say sorry to the public that is not helping us. He is not helping Sofia Ribello and he is not helping Sandan Ribello. Listening to people's comments, he left us. No problem, we'll always keep him in prayers because our God is always teaching us to keep those people who leave you in prayers. And Devijit sir, just lately morning I seen your video about you took out a video about men getting married to a woman and troubling them, taking their dowry. The in-laws are being troubled. The girl's family is being troubled. The full video I've seen, I felt very good, sir. Wherever I go, like people appreciate you. People say he's a very beautiful person. He's helping so many people, but to you all, why he did like this? There must be a reason. Something somewhere has gone wrong. I don't know. Perhaps in our destiny you were not written. That's why you must have gone. No problem, sir. But I'll tell you, sir, why I'm today become so desperate and in trouble and frustrated like this with money and with my financial problems also. This is now I will tell you. I'm from a very rich family, Brahman family, very rich family. It is this story only what you removed written husband and wife. Then the in-laws, husbands, they ask dowry from the wife, on the girl's side. Once the girl gets married and comes to the house, she's being harassed. She's being like a servant treated. That story, it is same story. Today I want to say this to you and from the full public also. Until you know my story, you will not understand my problem. Right, no, sir? The problem is like this. I'm from a very rich family, Brahman family. My father was a pure Hindu, Brahman, and my mother was very poor from a village, and she was a Muslim. So one day, what happened? My father had a big office. He had a golden mines of gold. Gosala has a mines of aluminium. He had a mines of gold. That rich he was. He's richer than Gosala. Gosala nothing in front of him. He had a big bungalow. He had a lot of maids. He had servants. He had means maids all. And he was very rich. From childhood, he's rich. His father and mother were richer than Gosalia. Richer than Gosalia. So he had everything. And when he was a child itself, whatever he wanted, his parents used to bring and give him. Never say no to him. That is why he would break everything in the house. That much he was pampered by his parents. He was the only son in that house. And there were many sisters. He had 3 or 5 sisters, he has. But only one son. That much he was pampered in the family. If he wanted a ghoda, means he wanted a horse, he would get a horse. He wanted a posh car, he would get a car. That much, whatever he demands, he asks, that much from his parents is to get. That's why he did not have the value of poor people. He was a cruel man, cruel, selfish man. This kind of man, I think in my coming life also I will not see. And then one day,
आंटी
क्या हुआ अभी बीच में क्यों आता है?
इधर से जाऊंगा तो रोड मिलेगा?
नहीं नहीं, कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, ये साइड से जाओ, उधर कुछ मिलने वाला नहीं तुमको. Then afterwards, my father was looking out for a girl who would work in his office as a peon, assistant. And then somebody told him that there is a girl, a very poor girl. She is also looking out for a job, very poor, can't afford. They don't even afford to have lights in their house, they're poor there. So my father said, told that person, get her. Then after he brought her, then afterwards he liked her attitudes. She was very beautiful lady. I am nothing. I am slippers in front of her, chappals. That beautiful. She had cat eyes. So beautiful she was. So my father liked her. He saw her personality, her personality. She was very like simple. Dina, in that it's some olden time in Belgaum. From Belgaum she is, and he is also from Belgaum. In Belgaum, it's some olden times in the villages. Girls should close their face and put long clothes, no short clothes. Very strict that village was. So she used to dress up like that and she used to come. So he had not seen her properly. He told, okay, I'll keep you for work. And she used to do her work honestly. And he liked her work very honestly. And she was never cheat and rob or do the same thing. She was not like that. Very honest. And then doing. He had a holiday on a Sunday or something. So he with his friends, he went out to roam with them. And this girl had gone with her family on that side only to buy something, to get something or what, I don't know. He saw her that time. She had just opened her cover from the head and she was buying something, and then he saw his eyes went on her, and that is the first time he fell in love with her. Love at first shot. First time he fell in love with her. He liked her so much. And then the next day she comes and it all closed now. So one day he told her, I want to click a snap of yours. Would you take out your dupatta? So she said, no, sir, I'm feeling ashamed. He said, no. In our office, whoever comes, we have to take out a snap first because we keep it as a record that who has come for the work in the office. So then she took out. She was so beautiful. He liked it. He fell in love in like anything with her. And slowly, as the years passed, he told his parents that I fall in love with one girl. I want to marry her. So they told she's a poor girl and I don't get married to those kind of girls. There's so many rich girls in this world. Why are you getting married to her? He said, no, I love her so much. I want her. You know, daddy and mommy, whenever I want anything, you'll always have given me. Now, for this girl, I can't say no. And that's why I will have to suicide. Then he said, parents said, you talk. Your future, you do. You talk to her and see whether she's agreeing. She has to agree, no? So one day he talking, doing his work like that, giving him tea, giving him the files from this side to that side. Like a peon she was. Stuff made. He asked her, would you marry me? So she got stung like, because she's such a rich person asking me that, would you marry me? It's just shocking like. She said, no, no, sir, I am from a very poor family. I'm coming here because my time is very this bad. Nothing down. She said, no problem, I don't want to hear all that. Would you marry me? Say yes or no. So she got frightened and then she did not answer him. But the second day she asked him, why you said yes to me? Why you are saying you want to marry me? Then he told, I'm in love with you. You're a beautiful lady. I liked you a lot. So then she said, you talk to my parents because in our village we always love marriages and now not they proposal marriages. They have to search and then get the girl married. It's like that. Until now the same rule is there. So then he said, your parents don't affect me. I will talk to your parents, but if they see me, they will say yes. Because if you come to a good house, something in life will for you will happen. So then he talks to the parents and all that happens, and then he marries her. And before marrying her, he told her, if I get married from you, I want only the biggest gift. It's not the food what you give me, but the son what you give me. I want a boy in my life for my business. After if you get daughters, it's okay, no problem. But I want a son. So she said, how it will happen possible? It's not in my hand. The way God gives, no. So then afterwards, he got her answer. Then he married her. And after marrying her, they roam here and everything nice. Their days pass out like that only. And then the first child what she got was daughters. Daughters she got, first daughter. He got very angry. He then this is the first time we got a daughter, but second time I want you to have sons. And he made her to adopt that child. He made her to adopt. How cruel this person can be. Now in this generation, it's not supposed to be like that. You are arrested if you do abortion. But in olden time, it was all day. He made her to adopt a child. How much she must have screamed and cried to take out a child. She didn't want to remove it. Because of him, she had to remove it. And he told her, if you get daughter second time, I will have to leave you. But she couldn't do anything. She was so frightened. She told her family and all, listen, so thing is happening. Then they came and explained him, they samjhawed him, they told him, don't do like that. You loved her, that's why you got married to her. Now why are you doing like that? Don't do like that. It's all God's gift, no? If you all want, you all can adopt a son if you all want. He said, I don't want other people's son, I want my own son. So a lot of complications were happening. And then the second time also when she got pregnant, again she got twin children. And it was me and my sister, twin daughters. And she went to the doctor and the doctor told her it's girls. And she didn't know what to do. She was so frightened whether to go to the house or no. Because her husband gave her money and told her, go and find out whether it is girl or boy. Girls, now what answer she'll give to her husband? Her husband came to know. The doctor was his friend. They are rich people, no? So then the doctor told, my wife came to you this morning. He said, yeah, what it is? Girls. He was so angry. He became drunk. He beat her up with the belt. Used to harass her. He used to beat her. He used to call her, you're a curse in this house. You're a beautiful lady, but you're not the woman I want to give me in my life what I want. You're a curse, Panwati. You deserve your poor village only. How much she cursed her, how much she cried her pregnancy time. From that time onwards, I've gone to pain in her womb that time. And then afterwards, to frustration, she was about uh, 3 months she was pregnant. Then he made her to leave her and go, leave the house and go. I don't want you. I'll tell you on the second video.